What's up everybody, Arrg The Pirate here, and today we're gonna play a little Jing Wei in the dual lane. Now she's definitely one of those hunters that I just have not played, but man, we do some work this match. So let's get into the build, let's go over her kit, and let's get into this gameplay. Now for my first 1500 gold, I'm gonna start out with Hunter's Blessing, Spike Gauntlets, 2 mana potions, 2 health potions, and Aegis, and then I'm gonna follow that up with Ninja Tabby, Devourer's Gauntlet, the Executioner, Wind Demon, Deathbringer, and Titan's Bane, and then I've also got beads in case I need them. Now I don't typically start with a lifesteal item, but you know, I'm just kind of tired of doing the same old Transcendence build, so we're gonna switch it up a little bit, and Jing Wei is really kind of that crit god, you know, she's more about her basic damage and empowering herself over just, you know, doing a whole lot of ability damage, so really going for crit and having a little bit of lifesteal is a good build for her. Now, let's get into her kit. Rapid Reincarnation is her passive. While exiting the fountain, Jing Wei prepares for takeoff and ascends into the skies, allowing her to fly over obstacles at an increased speed with CC immunity. Jing Wei can decline to fly by canceling the ability on her way out of the fountain. Persistent Gust is her one. Jing Wei creates a gust of wind that damages enemies and knocks the enemy gods up when summoned. The gust persists for 6 seconds and continues to knock up and deal additional damage to enemies every second. If Jing Wei walks into the area, she is knocked up into the air and gains an attack speed buff for 7 seconds. Explosive Bolts is her 2. Jing Wei loads her crossbow with explosive bolts that augment her next 3 basic attacks. These attacks have a wider range and increased critical strike chance and deal an AoE damage effect. Her 3 is Agility and is just used so well with her 1. She's all about these self buffs, and Jing Wei dashes straight forward. She may use this ability while knocked up into the air for a longer dash. Now, this can be if you're knocked up into the air by someone else as well. It doesn't have to be with you, but you can freely knock yourself up into the air with your 1. She also gains 4 seconds of increased physical power and movement speed upon using Agility. This effect is increased if used into the air. So really, to get the most out of her, you can knock yourself up into the air with your 1, get that buff, and then dash through it with Agility and get those buffs. And you do work when you do that, but you know, it definitely takes a little bit of experience to, you know, get good at doing that. And you can see there, we did get that self buff from our 1, and then we're going to use our dash to get away. So you don't have to use them necessarily to get kills. You can save that to actually escape like I did. Lastly, we have her ultimate Airstrike. Jing Wei channels briefly before taking to the skies. She then flies forward and upward while covering the area below her with explosives that damage all enemies in the area. After her attack, she hovers for 2 seconds before landing on the ground at a target location. And, you know, you can use this, cover an area, and then turn around and fly back kind of where you were. Or, you know, fly back somewhere, use Agility to get in a better position, and then continue wrecking havoc. Her ultimate is awesome, but again, it does take a little bit of skill to use it correctly because you can often get very far out of position when using it. Now, I have been in lane for a while now, you know, I've almost got 2,000 gold, so it's about time that we go back because we can fully upgrade our boots or, you know, fully upgrade those Spike Gauntlets if we want to. And hey, let's just get out. I'm pretty low. Soul's chasing me. You know, we're not necessarily running in the most unpredictable pattern, but hey, no problem. We're able to get out, and again, we're going to be able to fully upgrade one of our items. I'm going to go for Ninja Tabby because, you know, we want that attack speed and really just get those explosive shots out quickly. And you can see here we're using that passive that we have where we can get into lane faster. And this is definitely one of Jing Wei's strongest abilities. You know, you can get to lane so much faster than any other ADC when you're backing up, and it just makes everything so much easier. It makes farm just a little bit easier. Now we're going to go ahead and go in on this soul. You can see there, I use my ultimate, and we're going to be able to follow that up. Hopefully, we can take her out. And yeah, easy peasy, guys. And you saw there, that ultimate, it's got a huge range to it. So you can use it but it definitely gets you very far out of position. You saw how far ahead of Terra I was. So when you use that, you definitely want to make sure that you're kind of doing it safely, even though, you know, you can never get out of position safely. You know, that's not really something that happens, but you definitely want to make sure that you can secure that kill. Now, me and Terra, since we are working as a team a little bit better, and she is an actual support, we're doing work, guys. And look at this. I knocked Soul up. She's able to hit her with that stun. Soul just doesn't stand a chance. And we're able to take her out. And we're going to be able to get this tower just a few minutes into the game. You know, which, again, you know, this does kind of affect you. You know, your farming game is a lot more limited, because they can slow farm, things like that, but it does free you up to make a lot more rotations, which is, rotating is the name of the game in Smite, and that's what we want to do. Now, I do end up making an absolute huge rotation here, and it would have been much better for me to go back to base, upgrade an item, and then fly over to this lane if that's what I wanted to do. But, you know, is what it is. We end up going into tower a little bit, and you can see there, guys, I'm going to go after the minions. I'm not too concerned about the tower because we're not going to be able to take it out. And I'm going to end up going in onto the Wizard Lizard a little bit. We go ahead and use our ult there. We end up dodging his ult with our ult, which is great, and we're able to get quite a bit of poke on him. So Loki and the Wizard Lizard are both very low. We're able to knock him up as well, and you can see that damage. He's going to have to go back to base, which is exactly what we want. We want to chase him out, and Loki is here. He's going to end up going in on me, which, you know, hey, that's fine. I am very low, and I have to be careful, but hopefully we'll be able to make something happen. I'm going to stay in lane just so he kind of stays here, and sure enough, Thanatos is able to take him out. Unfortunately, Thanatos goes down with that tower dive as well. Is what it is, but I need to get back to my duo lane and help out Terra. Now, one reason I was able to stay in that lane as long as I was is because I'm not stacking Transcendence. If I was stacking Transcendence, staying in that lane would have just not been worth it. It would have been much better for me to go into lane and actually get Transcendence online. And you see there, we're actually able to take out that Soul, and Terra actually got that kill. I have no idea how Terra got that kill there, but hey, she ended up getting it. That's great, and we're going to end up using our ult there. We take out Morgan, and this is great. This is absolutely awesome. We've got this minion wave pushed up. With two of them down, you know, Loki's under tower. We might be able to push in, but, you know, really, let's just leave this. There's really no reason to stay in like that. Let's head to another lane. We might be able to go to mid lane, something like that, but you can see we've got a huge collapse here, and with Thanatos going in behind Loki, you know, hey, let's try and make something happen. You know, at this point, in these solo queues, you need to kind of see what your team's doing. If you can work as a team, even if it probably isn't the best call, you know, if you can work as a team, that's great. And sure enough, we're able to take out Loki here. And, you know, hey, that's great. Take out Loki, get quite a bit of damage done on the tower. You can see Thanatos is zoning out whoever he is over there. But, you know, hey, that's great. We're actually going to take down this T2 at, you know, just over 10 minutes in, which, you know, that's great. Taking out a T2 at this early, especially with still having our T1 up, that's awesome. And we're gonna actually end up getting a kill on Morgan. You know, this is just a very, very fast-paced game. You know, we're getting kills, we're taking down these towers, and hey, it's still very, very early. Loki's going in, but hey, we're gonna be able to peel off of this, get out of here. You know, especially with Thanatos backing us up, that's great. Now, we do have a couple of healing potions, and with only 1,400 gold, I'm thinking, hey, let's actually stay in, try to get another item fully maxed out before we go back, and Thor's here, sure enough. We're able to take out Thor, but Soul and Loki showed up behind our Thanatos, and unfortunately, we're not going to be able to help out much. You know, I don't really want to get into that because they do have that minion advantage, and the minions could take me down as low health as I am. But we're going to stay here, continue healing up, you know, and continue getting our poke, getting those stacks on our Devourer's gauntlets. You know, let's just hang out, do our farm thing. That's exactly what we want to do now. Now, you can see by turtle shelling in this base with my healing potions, we're able to heal up quite a bit and actually take out that mid lane. And, you know, that's what we wanted to do. we wanted a turtle shell, wait, you know, buy some time, because right now we're doing a little bit of work, but at the same time, we're very, very weak, and we just need to avoid taking any extra damage. Now, unfortunately, we're not able to get that Wizard Lizard with Daji's pull, but that's quite all right. We're doing a little bit of work. We end up just walking right into Wizard Lizard's ultimate, which is just insane. But there's a bunch of us here. I'm going to follow that up with my ultimate, and sure enough, we're absolutely able to delete him. And you know, with me and Daji here, we should be able to make very short work of this tower. And awesome. Awesome. Getting all the T1s down, even a T2 down at, you know, just 15 minutes, 16 minutes into the game. You know, that's great. And that's exactly what we want. Now, at this point in the match, you know, I've done a fairly decent job of farming. You know, I'm working on my Executioner. I'm going to head to mid lane, kind of clean this lane up. I'm then going to head over to red. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to pick that up, but that's okay. We're going to end up putting on that beads and then also finishing off Executioner. So we should start really hurting now. And, you know, we're going against the Wizard Lizard. So, you know, we definitely got to be careful. But we did force his ultimate out already, and now we're on the other side of him with Thanatos coming in. He's gone. He's absolutely deleted. Loki is here. We're going to try to head over to him, but he got in that minion wave. We're not going to be able to do just a whole lot, but that's quite all right. We got some decent poke on him. He's half health. If he comes to challenge, we'll be able to do quite a bit of work. And, you know, I tried to poke him with my one, but, you know, the one, it does okay damage. It's definitely not the most damaging ability, but you can get some poke to keep, you know, just that long-range poke, because it is a little bit further than your actual basic attacks or your 2. The range on it is pretty far, so, you know, you can prevent people from backing or anything like that instead of using it as that self-buff, of course. Now, sure enough, Loki is going to have to back off there, and we end up going into tower, poking this tower down, and with Soul showing up, you know, hey, this is awesome. We throw our one just so far away. I didn't even realize that we had it online, but quite all right. We take out Soul. Loki is here. You know, we got to be careful. We're able to dash away just a few more seconds, and then I have my ult in case I need to get out. And, you know, let's just try to stay engaged on this. At the same time, get out of this situation. And sure enough, we're able to back off. We can hear Morgan's there, and I have a feeling someone's going to sneak up behind me, so, you know, I'm kind of keeping an eye on that. But sure enough, we're able to get back to base, and from here, we're going to be able to use our passive to get back to lane and re-engage in this fight. Now, before I could get back to lane, you know, the fight had already broken up, but you see how fast I'm able to get back in the lane. That's one thing I absolutely love about Jing Wei. She has such mobility. You know, she does sacrifice some utility or, you know, some actual kit for that, you know, just insane amount of movement, but it makes her very strong. You know, as an ADC, being able to move around and just hit like an absolute truck is really what you want. Now we're gonna do this back and forth game. We go from duo to mid, back to duo, and we're going to end up taking down this Phoenix, which, you know, hey, that's great. That's exactly what we wanted. Terra is taking this Phoenix, so we want to make sure we're able to down it. Don't focus on the minions. If someone is tanking the tower damage, make sure to focus on that tower and help take it out. Now, you know, Thor shows up. No, Thor hurts. But we're going to re-engage on this. Sure enough, we're able to take out Thor. And with Soul here, doesn't stand a chance, guys. We've done a great job of farming, you know, and this is great. We're going to end up going back to this lane. You know, I really think that we could have peeled off here, but with Terra going and tanking these minions, you know, I want to stick around with Terra, make sure everything's going flawlessly, and, you know, she's pushing into the Titan, which really, it's better spent right now doing something else. You know, we're not going to be able to take down the Titan, especially with these very, very low time to respawn. You know, let's go ahead, focus on, you know, exactly, Fire Giant, you know, focus on the Gold Fury, focus on other towers or Phoenixes, things like that. That's a much better option. You can see here, we got a little bit of poke in mid lane. Daji's actually going in on the solo tower, and I'm actually going to head to the Fire Giant. Now, sure enough, me, Thanatos, and once Daji shows up, we're able to take down this fire giant. You know, I might have been able to take it down by myself, but it's always better to take it down with a team because, you know, I do have a little bit of lifesteal, but still, you know, you definitely want to take these objectives as a team because if you do get rotated on, you're gonna go down. Now, again, we're gonna focus on this Phoenix. You know, Terra is tanking it. Let's take this Phoenix out as quickly as possible, and, you know, sure enough, we're able to take it out. Again, we want to focus on the tower, but we can use those explosives to kind of do damage to everything. And sure enough, we're able to take out this Phoenix fairly easy. Well, that's really going to wrap it up. We're going to be able to actually push down this Titan, you know, fairly early on, you know, kind of zone everybody out and just do tons and tons of work with Terra's heals, everything like that. It is just a really quick, fun match. Jing Wei is a lot of fun, guys. That high mobility on a hunter is just absolutely a blast. Well, that's going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, show me some love, leave me a comment, think about subscribing, and as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video.